It's me and Ryett J, and we're gonna tell his birth story today. Say yay! Clap your hands. Say yay! Clap your hands. Yay! Hopefully he'll stay with me and tell it. He hasn't let me put him down all day, so watch now. He's not gonna want me to hold him. But we are gonna tell his birth story today. He was born June 21st, 2020. My little COVID baby. My little COVID baby. I had one in-person prenatal care visit after I was 24 weeks pregnant. So thankfully I had a super easy, non-complicated pregnancy with him. I was uncomfortable, but it was uncomplicated. Thank the Lord. Yes, yes. So June 20th was my due date. I was due on June 20th with this little boy. And it had been a super nice week. We were having a beautiful summer, me and Raylan, and I was trying to get in as much time with my baby boy as I could before I had a newborn. So we had been swimming at my grandma's all week in the pool, having fun. And here was my due date. And I said, you know what, we're going again today. I was super uncomfortable. I had been having contractions for weeks, if not months at this point. And I said, screw it, we're gonna enjoy every minute that we can. If I go into labor, I'm closer to the hospital at my grandma's anyways. So we go, we're having a beautiful day at the pool. I'm having contractions all day, but it's nothing new, to be honest. My mom painted my toenails just in case I went into labor, because you know, priorities. Had to have my toenails done. Yeah! And I was just super grumpy that day. I had kind of been a little snappy with my grandma and my mom, which I feel so bad about now. But I was just super uncomfortable and grouchy. I had so much pressure and chasing after a super active 16-month-old who wanted to be outside all day and run. I was just done being pregnant. I wanted my baby. I wanted to not be in pain anymore. So we had a beautiful day at the pool. About 8 o'clock, I went and took my mom home, and I'm sitting on her porch, her steps outside of her back door, and I'm just uncomfortable. I am having contractions, I'm in pain, pressure, annoyed. I'm just uncomfortable, and I knew. And I had told John that day, please make sure that you keep the house clean, keep the dogs out of the house, because I have super bad anxiety when I'm pregnant. And more so than postpartum or when I'm not pregnant, and floors are just a huge trigger for me. I had to have my floors clean when I'm pregnant. It drove me bonkers. So I get home and my floors are dirty and my dishes aren't done and I am triggered. I am just bawling my eyes out. I am cleaning my kitchen and my floors and doing the dishes until midnight. I'm just in so much pain and I'm so pissed and pregnant and hormonal and bitchy. And I go to sleep around 12:30. I take a picture just in case. And I go to sleep about 12:30. About 1:30 I wake up to super big contractions. And mind you, my due date, June 20th, was summer solstice. The full moon was that night, overnight into the 21st, and it was an annular eclipse, which there's a ring. The eclipse, there's a ring. It's not a total eclipse. There's a perfect ring around, and it's called the Ring of Fire. And anyways, I was probably having my Ring of Fire at the exact time of the Ring of Fire. I should have known when I was going to go into labor, but anyways, I wake up at 1:30 and I'm having contractions and I'm like, oh shoot, here it goes. This is it. We're in labor. He's a-coming. I didn't know if I had a girl or a boy or what I was gonna have. I didn't know him was gonna be this perfect and cute and sweet and funny. But I am in labor. I'm in labor and I'm on the toilet and it feels pretty much like when I start my periods. I have super bad periods. I have adenomyosis and endometriosis, so this just felt like a period starting to me, and I'm like, oh, we got a while. You know, I'm gonna be in labor for a day. So I'm laboring, and then it just escalates super quick. They started about 7 minutes apart. They got to 5 minutes apart super quick. So I would labor on the toilet for a contraction, and then I would go into my living room and I would bounce on my labor ball in between contractions, and that's just where I'm most comfortable for a contraction, is on the toilet. So when I would have another contraction coming, I would run to the toilet and have that contraction on the toilet. Mind you, Raylan and John are asleep 20 feet away from me, and it's really not that bad. It's totally doable, but it's starting to gain a lot of intensity. So now it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I'll call my mom at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I'm gonna call my mom. I'll let her sleep another hour to come watch Raylan. 3:30, 3:45, I am howling. I am like, whoa, this is getting really serious, really fast. I call my mom, yeah, it's time, you need to come. She's there quick. She's at my house before 4 o'clock. Yeah. And I wake John up, and he doesn't understand how serious it is. I have been crying wolf for months on this poor boy. What do you want? Hold on, let's find him something. So I accidentally deleted the majority of the story, and I'm so upset about it, but I'm trying to start over and just try again. So my mom gets here at about 4 o'clock, and I'm in full-blown labor. I'm in full-blown labor. I'm still trying to get John to wake up. My brother's freaking out. He's so protective over me, and I didn't know he was timing my contractions. They said they were about 3 minutes apart. But my mom and brother are like, you need to go now. And I'm just in so much pain I can barely move. And I'm trying to pack this hospital bag and wake John up because I'm such a procrastinator. And I finally get out the door, and John's driving as fast as he can, because I'm just like, this baby is coming, but I also feel like he kind of thought I was being a little dramatic. And so these contractions in the car are just so powerful, they're so strong. And I start thinking in my mind, there's no way that my water hasn't broken yet. How has my water not broken yet when I can feel my uterus squeezing so hard, and I can almost feel myself fading in and out of consciousness? That it was intense. And I start getting worried. I think, oh my goodness, my water broke today in the pool. My water broke when we were swimming today at my grandma's. And I went all day and night with my water broken, mopping, doing the dishes, taking a shower. I mean, I didn't do anything that I was too worried about, but I was in the pool all day. So we get to the hospital finally, and we pull in to do valet, and no one's coming to the car. And I'm like, no, we have to go now, John, just go park. I have to get in there right now. So he goes and parks. We find a spot really quick, and I go to get out of the car to try to walk into this hospital, and I can't walk. I'm like, there's no way, I can't move. I can't even get out of the car. You have to give me a wheelchair. First wheelchair he sees is a child's wheelchair, and I see him coming back at my big ass. I was big. I gained 70 pounds close to with pregnancies, about 65 pounds with both of my pregnancies. 62 and like I think around 65 with Ryett. He's coming at me with this child wheelchair. And I'm like, this, okay. And later when he tells the story, he's told people, yeah, I didn't know if she was gonna fit in that wheelchair, but that's all I had. So I get in this wheelchair, and I'm feeling every bump, and it hurts so bad. And I'm like, no, let me walk, let me try to walk, and I can't walk. I try to sit back down. He wheels me in this hospital, and I'm like howling. And this male nurse is running to the elevator, and he's pushing the elevator button. Anyways, we get up to triage. I'm already in panic mode. So we get to triage, and I feel like the triage lady is thinking I'm dramatic too, because I'm like, this baby is coming. I need like an epidural ordered now, and like I need to go now. And she's like, yeah, this bitch, you know. And whatever. I get into the triage room, and I just start stripping down naked. I'm naked before the nurses even come in to check me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. This baby's coming. And the nurse is like, okay, let's see how far you are. Let's see how far you are. She barely even goes to check me, and she stands up, drops the bed, and tells another nurse, come on, we gotta go. She's at least an 8. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm too far to get an epidural. I already know in my mind that this epidural is not gonna kick in and work. I'm not gonna get the anesthesiologist is down here, etc. in time before this baby, I can feel this baby coming. So, and I get the greatest labor nurse ever. She was driving me nuts at the time, but as I look back, she was the greatest labor nurse. She jumps right in, and she can tell that I'm holding this baby up and I'm so tense, and I'm asking her, can I go on the toilet? And she's like, no, I don't want you to push, you know, I don't want you to try to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I like to sit on the toilet, etc. But she really helped me get through those contractions and loosen up and let that baby come down. And that's what she was saying in my ear, let that baby come down, let that baby come down. I asked this doctor, do I have time for this epidural to work? And you can tell the nurses are behind him like, honey, no, you're having this baby. And he's like, oh, the epidural will slow your labor down, and we could get a spinal, it could work immediately. And I don't want a spinal. And he asked, do you want me to break your water to speed labor up? And I had told myself after Raylan's induction that this time I wouldn't get my water broken. But I knew things were progressing. I knew this baby was coming, and I was ready to have him. I couldn't take the pain any longer. So yes, anything to speed this up. Because at this point, I had pushed the epidural out of my mind. I'm not getting an epidural. I knew that this baby was coming. I could feel this baby coming. So he breaks my water, and he tells me that the baby has had the first bowel movement inside the sac. I start freaking out. I'm completely losing it. And he's like, oh, wait, it could not be that serious of a thing. Everything could be fine. I had just always read the worst about it. So anyways, I have that first contraction after this water breaks, and I thought they were bad before. Crank it all the way up. That contraction was wild. After that first contraction, I told him, I said, I'm ready to push. I want to push right now. He said, no, let's not push. Let me check you. He checks. I must have been at a 10. And he's like, okay, you can push. And at this point, John's like, oh, this has happened so fast, you guys. Ryett was born at 5:35, and John was probably woke up after 4 o'clock. So John hasn't even been awake for 2 hours, and this baby's coming. So they say you can push, and this is when John stands up and comes. And right away he's like, Kirsten, I see the head, you can do this. This baby's coming, you can do this. And I just pushed right out. And they set him on my chest, and it was just so peaceful. It was serene. Like, I just looked at him. His dad told me he was a boy, and I feel like everybody just faded away. It was just me and him, and I don't even remember much else. I felt so amazing. I felt so good, and we just fell asleep. We fell asleep for hours, me and him. We just looked at each other and passed out. We were so exhausted. We were so exhausted. It was a long 10 months. And the nurse comes in, a new nurse came in. I hadn't even met her when I woke up. And she was like, wow, you guys have just been sleeping. And I apologized. I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. Because you even have to sign a thing that you're going to abide by sleep safe rules when you're at the hospital and when you take your baby home. She's like, no, don't apologize. It was beautiful. That was so sweet. So then we brought him home to meet his brother, who has been the best big brother, the most amazing big brother. We've had the best time as a family of 4. So I'm going to show you guys Ryett meeting Raylan here. I'm sorry about all the cutting and splicing and changes. That's just my life. I have the worst luck with technology. I can't believe I deleted that footage. I'm so upset. And thanks for watching, guys.
Telling you that Grandma's face did not work for pictures.
Where'd your belly go? Where'd Bubby's belly? Did you see it? Where'd my belly go?
Where'd your baby?
into my belly. He said that baby is out of the belly, isn't it?
Oh.
Gosh, you want to see it?
My heart. Oh my goodness.
Come here, baby. Oh, Daddy, give us a baby. Oh. Is he handsome like my Raven? He's big, huh? And he's little too. God,
What do you got, Raven? What is that? Are you a big puppy? Oh my goodness. Not the sweetest.
Yeah, it's your baby brother.
Oh my god. Huh?
You wanna hold Look at my baby.
Look at me. He's just like, whoa.
You wanna hold
You said give it to me.
Don't.
He's not ready to play quite yet, Bubby. Oh.
You're so nice. Baby, yeah.
Oh, Daddy. Did you bring that for Ray? Did you and Mommy bring that
You
for
see
Ray?
this whole ball come with that.
Oh.
Rub it nice and gentle. Oh my gosh, you love him? You're the
Oh my
best.
god, look at this
You are the
choker.
best, baby. In
How
the
did you even
world.
get that thing out? Oh my
You're the
goodness.
best. A baby, you're gonna say baby. It's a baby. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, we're so excited. You are the best.
Oh my gosh, Steve, you're missing it.
You are the best. I love you.
It is
Is
my
that the
car.
baby?
What are you
Is that
doing?
your seat? Is that your seat?
You look so big in jeans.
I know.
I know you look so cold.
You look so big in jeans.
Take some pictures. Oh my god!
What do you got, Raven? Is that your puppy? Oh my goodness. Do you got your baby? Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You are so sweet.
Steve, you're missing it. He's kissing it, so he's like touching his little hand.
You're big. Easy with those little fingers. No. Easy. You're so crazy. Is he crazy today? It's a big puppy. Yeah. Yeah. You're so excited. Give me a kiss.
Look, Opal, look what you got.
What is that? Baby. Yeah, it's a baby.
No.
She said, my baby.
He said me too.
Bubble
getting
wrap.
crazy? Are you getting crazy now? Okay, mommy will hold you. Alright. Yeah. That's from the doctor to go have the baby. Oh, that's so nice. See, I give you kissy, baby. Is that from your kiss? You wipe your kiss off. Oh.
Are you big Bobby? Huh?
See, I done forgot the best part of the story. This is why you can't tell the story 500 times. I get interrupted. And, this is so hard when you try again. When you try 100 times, it gets harder. It's just like, so hard. Because you don't remember what you've said and what you haven't said. So the doctor says, do you want me to break your water? Your water's not broken. And after Raylan's induction, I told myself I would never let anybody break my water again like that, but I knew I was progressing. I knew that I was close to having him, and I knew that this would speed up the labor and get him out. So I said, sure. Go ahead and break my water. Come here, Bubby. Hopefully I'm in focus because I can't tell. I completely forgot what we were talking about. But I had the best nurse for labor, for a natural labor with no pain meds. She was supporting me. She's like, you can do this. She reminded me to relax my body and allow the baby to come down and open up because the whole... So I allow the doctor to break my water, and he tells me that the baby has had... Come here, Bubby. Baby, come here. I want him to do this without me. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Joke's on you, Mama. The doctor lets me know that the baby has had their first bowel movement already in amniotic sac, and I am so distraught. I'm so worried. He's like, it's okay, you know, but I had always read the worst about it, and I was devastated. I was so worried about my baby. And as the first contraction after that water was broke was so crazy, so much more powerful. Whoa. And and then I was like, I have to push. I told the doctor, I have to push, I'm ready to push. After that first contraction, after he broke my water. And he's like, no, don't push. He checked me again. I must have been at the time. He said, okay, you can push if you want to push. And I felt that burning. I was screaming, oh, I'm on fire. And I pushed a couple times. John, Ryetts' dad, is at my side, and he comes and he grabs my arm, and he's like, the baby's already coming. Kirsten, you got this. The head, I see the head, you got this. And that just gave me so much motivation, like, yes, get this baby out. Boom, he was there. They put him on my chest. His daddy told me he was a boy, and it's been a love story ever since. We were just so at peace. It was like we knew each other forever. They laid him on my chest, and it was the sweetest thing. Like, we fell asleep. Me and him just fell asleep. And we slept for hours. Baby, can we tell Ryetts' birth story? We got yours on film and everything, and we couldn't with Bubby. So can you chill? And the nurse didn't even wake us up. When we woke up, she said, you guys have just been sleeping together. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Because they're super... You have to sign something at the hospital that you're going to abide by sleep safe rules and whatnot. So it's like, I apologize. And she's like, no, it's beautiful. That was beautiful. Believe me, like, that's the best thing for you guys. It was so beautiful. Don't apologize. So it was so sweet. Yeah. And then I brought my little baby home to this crazy 15-month-old who's just non-stop since. Loves his Bubby so much. Has been the best big brother. Has been the best big brother ever. Yeah. So I'll show you guys these boys meeting for the first time. It's the sweetest thing ever. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's not too crazy. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Say bye. Say bye. sorry for being crazy. Say I'm sorry. Bye, guys.